What is up, everybody? So I'm out here on the KTM 1290 Super Duke R. Gotta find a faster way to say that. Super Duke. I'm out here on the Super Duke. I'm out here on the Duke. I'm out here duking it up like a super. Things are super. Oh, it is a lovely Saturday afternoon in winter here in Northern California. Just getting out here for a nice ride. Actually, we're going to fix the lens on my iPhone. It's not the screen. The screen's fine. For some reason, though, it still costs $100 to change the little tiny piece of glass. And I don't know if it's because the whole back of the phone is glass, but it looks like a separate piece of glass that's inside the lens on the camera on the iPhone 8 Plus. And that's got a tiny little crack in it. But what it's done is when I've gone out to shoot footage or take pictures with light in the background, or if there's any like direct light in the camera, it's leaving this stupid glare. I have gotten some pictures where it's kind of made for a kind of a cool effect, but other than those, you know, those kind of lucky shots that I've gotten, the rest of them just kind of been ruined. So it's kind of been a drag. Anyway, that is off the topic. What I wanted to talk about today was something that I'm sure there are those of you who are wondering, because in the past I've raved about a motorcycle that I was just so happy and excited to possibly own one day. And some of you might be wondering what happened to those aspirations to own those bikes. And the two bikes that I'm talking about are the Lowrider S and the 2018 or 2019 Fat Bob. And what happened was reality kind of set in. You know, I make enough money to be able to have a motorcycle, but I don't make enough money to have those two bikes in particular. But I wanted to make the change here to the Naked Sport anyway, and so, you know, we went with this instead of the Fat Bob or the Lowrider S. There's more to it than the timing of me wanting to have a whole nother experience on a different motorcycle, and that being the fact that the Lowrider S and the Fat Bob are expensive motorcycles, right? We're talking about a used 2018 Fat Bob would cost me anywhere between $17,000 and you know, $20,000, and then after taxes and fees and all that garbage, you know, we'd be looking at, you know, there are things that our family needs more than a $20,000 motorcycle. And what's even worse is that the Lowrider S, being the newest model you can buy now, is the 2017, because that was the last year they made it. And you can find a 2017 Lowrider S right now for like 25 grand. Now let's just talk about that, because the Lowrider S started at like $17,000 or $18,000 brand new, and a Lowrider S used is going for more than it did when it was new. And I get it, it's a high demand bike. People love the Lowrider S. It was only around for 2 years, I think. I think it was just 2016 and 2017, and then they got rid of it. And also the dynos are gone, so it's like this, it's a unicorn, right? It's hard to find, and you know, it's too bad, because likely I'll never be able to afford a Lowrider S, and nor would I want to even spend that kind of money on a bike that, you know, sure, okay, so the Lowrider S is in high demand, and the value has gone up above what it was worth brand new, but it's not going to stay that way. And heck, maybe it will, but the time to buy one for a guy like me would have been when it was somewhere remotely close to my price range, and now it's completely priced itself out of my range. And I just can't see myself spending that kind of money on a bike and then knowing that, you know, that it's not going to be worth as much. Now that might end up biting me in the butt, because let's say, you know, they just come in such high demand But the other thing is, I ride my motorcycles. I don't just garage them. You know, if I bought a Lowrider S and just garaged it and rode it every once in a while, you know, to make sure that it still runs well and maintain it, that's one thing. But you know, that's not what I buy a motorcycle for. And so, again, that's just, the Lowrider S has just kind of made its way out of my possible next bikes. Let's just put it that way. I would love to own a Fat Bob in the future, and you know, a used Fat Bob 2018 or newer model could come into the picture down the road. I don't know what just happened there. Felt like something hit me in the foot. Didn't see that coming. Anyway, so if you are watching the channel now and you've been around for a while as a subscriber or a viewer, and you're like, dude, remember when you used to talk about the Fat Bob and the Lowrider S like they were going to be your next motorcycles? And here you are on the KTM Super Duke, like, what happened there? And so now you know a little bit about what happened with those motorcycles. Again, I still love those bikes, but they're the logical choice. It just doesn't make sense for me right now and anywhere in the foreseeable future. So that is what has happened with those bikes. That is why I'm not riding one of those right now after I sold the Dyna Fat Bob, the 2013. So anyway, if you were wondering what happened with that situation, now you know. I know he's half the battle. Leave it in the comments if you know what I'm referencing when I say that, and I'll pin it. First one to do it gets pinned. Right to the top with ya. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you on this topic, so I will leave you now. But if you've been on YouTube before, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and show me some love. I'd really appreciate it. I'm completely thankful for you guys who watch. Alright guys, if you're out there riding, be safe, and if you're not riding, get riding. I am that one guy, and I am out.